Alrighty, welcome back to Farm Sim 22 with the Rude Man, and we're back in Big Flat, Texas. It's Big Flats. All right, look at all the lime I got laying out there. What the hell? Uh-oh. I had a collision in the last episode. And more poo. What's going on here? I think maybe it's best if I do a little headland here. Give ourselves a little turning around room in the end of the field. How about that? That thing builds up a head of steam, don't it? Oh, I didn't take that out. Oh, that's right. There's no collision on the end of the header. Hi, Craig. I don't think anybody's watching. You came out of lurking just to say hi. So I bought Baldur's Gate 3 and I started the character about, I don't know, an hour ago while I was eating my lunch. And I almost didn't get to the live stream. I was playing up a storm and trying to figure out the game, and all of a sudden I kind of looked up. I've got a clock that shines up on the wall or the ceiling, wherever you want it to shine. And I looked up, saw what time it was, and oh my God, I got 5 minutes to get going here. Yeah, Bill's not on too often anymore. I don't know what he does. I don't know if he's, yeah, I think he's been sick or something. I don't know. He seems to have heart trouble. If I had heart trouble, I don't think I'd want to be up on one of those big cranes. That'd give me a heart attack. That'd scare the hell out of me. Andy's in the house. Hi, Andy. Ronald, how you doing? Oh, I'm glad you did, Ronald. You know, I got about 5,000 subscribers out there, and there's so many of them I've never talked to because they don't come in and chat. And I don't blame them. I don't go in and chat when I watch live streams either. Very seldom. I'm a lurker. Just for fun. I play this just for fun. I live stream and make videos just for fun, just to share the joy of gaming with others. So it's kind of nice when they come in and acknowledge it. Makes me feel good. So anyway, I appreciate it. Might as well do the same thing on this end. I don't think I've been having a trouble on this end, but anyway. 1 o'clock and all's well. I must have a pretty good yield because it only takes a pass or two and this thing's full. Anyway, I bought Baldur's Gate 3, and I started it today. Jeffrey bought it a couple days ago and has been playing. And I'm not much for the turn-based games. There's only one that I've ever played that I had fun with, and that was Diablo. The original Diablo or Diablo 2, I can't remember. One of the Diablo games I really got into. And it's the only one I've ever liked. I don't like the top-down games where you're looking down like at a chessboard. I don't care for those kind of games. But Diablo was not bad. And this one kind of reminds me a little about Diablo. I do have Baldur's Gate, the collector's edition, for the PC, but I can't remember whether I played it or not. Anyway, I started a character and I just started playing. And didn't realize what time it was, and I thought, oh my God. I mean, I did get lunch, but I didn't even get a chance to go in and use the can before I came out. So I may have to accidentally get a phone call here pretty quick. Whoop, I gotta go take an important phone call. Which console are you on, Ronald? I do play on the Xbox once in a while, but not very often. I play on the Xbox when I'm traveling because it's easier to take than, you know, it's either to take an Xbox or a PlayStation than it is to grab a $6,000 computer and pack it up. No way. So I do play Xbox and PlayStation occasionally, but I don't have Farm Sim for PlayStation. I do for the Xbox. So now I've got questions. What brand is the new harvester that came out? Now, I've reached a stage on this farm that I'm not going to be hurting for money. The Xbox, you play on the Xbox? Hi, Dennis. How's Dennis today? I've reached the point on the farm where I got money coming out my ears. So money's no object, so I'm not necessarily worried about having to sell these products here. So I'm going to store them for now, and then I can always sell them later. Family's doing good. Dennis, thanks for asking. Glad you're doing well. Might as well go back out the field, I guess. It won't be long. I'll be needed. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. Well, tomorrow's the winter solstice. Is it the winter solstice? Tomorrow's the first day of autumn. Autumn, fall, whatever you want to express it as. That's tomorrow. So I can tell the weather's getting a lot cooler. I got up this morning and the house was about half cold. And it's we got a little bit, maybe a couple hours of sunshine yesterday, but it was pretty overcast. And today's about the same. I haven't really looked, but to see what today's doing. But it looked about the same. Alexa, what's the weather today?
The current weather is 70 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today's forecast is intermittent clouds with a high of 70 degrees and a low of 45 degrees.
Well, we've reached our high, 70 degrees. It says it's 70 degrees already. And it's mostly sunny. I have not been out today. I did not know that the sun was shining. But hey, we're coming to the end of September. That means we got October, November, December, the holidays. Holidays are just around the corner already. It just seemed like there wasn't a summer at all. It just didn't seem. They go so fast, the summers. Let's see, I think I'm going to kick the time up a little. And maybe not that much. Yes, let's just do. All right, what did I do? I hit map, didn't I? Okay. Anthony, hello, how are you? Autumnal weather, eh? How's Anthony today? I hope everything's well where you're at. You're doing well, family doing good. All that kind of stuff. All right, let me move around. See, uh-oh, what's going on here? Uh-oh. I must have ran out of. Well, that's not necessary. No, I can see. There's still. It must have stopped when I. When I stopped the stream. Just finish this field out here. Cheers, Andy. Reaper Andy. It's beer time. It's beer time. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. All right, I think that's the only field I really needed to do that on. I'll check these other fields to make sure. The canola's not ready yet, but I think it was okay. Let me just jump out of this, kick the boots on, run over there. Yeah, that's 100%. And that's 100%. So we're doing good. We're doing good. A little bit of grass. Grass is ready to harvest. And potatoes are harvested. I need to get that limer over here. So let's switch out the fertilizer. Let me slow this down again. We'll drop the fertilizer and pick up some lime. I think these 2 rows are all lime. I'm pretty sure. No, that's fertilizer. Whoa. I didn't dump all the fertilizer. What happened? That's kind of odd. Huh. It didn't dump it all at once. All right, let's fill this back up. Lori, hi. How's Lori doing today? Lori, how's the weather in your neck of the woods? Long day for you? Well, it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Sometimes that makes a difference. Sometimes it doesn't. I've talked to people before. People have different schedules. I know at one point in one of my government jobs, I had to work 6 days a week. So we had one day off, and when you have one day off, generally is a Sunday. You have one day off. What do? You got to do laundry, dishes, clean house, get ready for going to work the next day. You get one day to get caught up on household stuff, and so you basically don't need time off at all. So, and then there's people that work 10, 12-hour days, and so they don't work every day of the week. So whatever day your weekend's on, enjoy it. Some people have Monday, Tuesday for a weekend. Somebody Wednesday, Thursday. Some people have split days. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Have Tuesday off and then a Friday off, and work the other days. That'd be... I was trying to think of a country that works as much as the U.S. does, and I don't know. And that might have been the old U.S., back when I was young. People are lucky if they get a vacation in the year, and if they do, they're lucky if it's over a week. And there's other countries, they take naps during the day. I was trying to think, is it French? The French that work less hours, I think. I can't remember what it was. We normally work 5 8-hour days in an average job. And I think might have been the French that only worked. Now look, it's got fertilizer again. I thought that was lime. That row. You know what? Doggone it. Do I have to dump this stuff again? Jeez. I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. All right, dump that again. And look, what is it? Yeah, it's fertilizer. Doggone it. I didn't know I had fertilizer out here, or I'd been coming and getting it. So I was wrong. I thought both those were lime. They weren't. Now I gotta do it over again. Spanish siestas. Yeah. Well, a lot of the Japanese companies will do. They have nap at lunch and exercise during the day. They'll take an hour and just do calisthenics and stuff like that. That keep their workers healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, Lori. Lori's trying to get me drunk to see if I can drive better when I'm drunk. I got friends of mine that say that all the time. I drive better drunk. Yeah, of course you do. I will have to admit, there's a friend of Jeff's we used to do. I told you that when the kids were in school, I used to do LAN parties for them and stuff. And we had a taco night or a pizza night, depended who wanted to make tacos. But I'd set up a dining room table full of computers, and Jeff's friends would come over, and we'd play games. And later, when they got a little older, they get their own computers, and we could play online. And there was one of Jeff's friends that actually did play games better when he was drinking. We were playing, if I remember right, Lord of the Rings online. And he'd keep drinking throughout the night, and he'd get better. Okay, hey, we're gonna take on these orcs up here. Let's do it now while Brad's still drinking, because he doesn't fight as good when he's sober. And then one night we were on top Weathertop, I think it's called. There's a big mountain in the Lord of the Rings. I think it's called Weathertop. And we ran all the way up this mountain in the game. And when we got to the top, he kept running right off the edge. Boom. Killed himself. We kept yelling at him, "Don't jump, don't jump." Craig don't like working any day, ends in a Y. I don't anymore. Unless you call making videos work, which it kind of is. I gotta go pick up some wool, looks like. The only good day's a payday. Hell, that wasn't even a good day for us because we got direct deposit. We didn't get paid. I mean, it went directly in the bank. We didn't have to work. We didn't have to go to work to get a paycheck. I remember the old days when, things were a little different. People didn't have credit cards and everybody had checkbook, but you literally had to take a day off to get your paycheck and go to the bank, get all your banking done, and then go pay your bills because you didn't do it. There was no online paying, and you physically had to either mail a check in, or back then you did a lot of local shopping. So it was just as easy just to drive over and pay your check to the guy and go home. So it'd take all day, get all your banking and all that stuff done, bills paid. Payday was another job. All right, moving along here. I bet we still got poo to pick up. Oh. Wow. Let's sell some oil. On our way to the farm. We got to go get wool, so I'll just take some of this stuff to the store and sell it. I need to make sure this is sellable stuff. All right, we're running out of olives. That might be what we have here. Yeah, this is olive oil. Okay, that's for sale. The only oil I need for factory is sunflower oil. Let's grab some tater chips while we're at it. Fill the trailer out. Oh. This is that magic mirror that you can look right through your head to see the trailer behind you. The way that mirror is placed, you'd be looking at your own head or your chest. It's kind of angled down, isn't it? Someplace my body would be in the way, so evidently I'm invisible, and so is the seat I'm sitting in. The only good candy bar is a Payday. We have a candy bar in the U.S. called a Payday. It's a salted nut roll. Peanuts, caramel. I don't know what else is in them. Salt. That's where the salted comes from in the name. Salted nut roll. $317,000 and an additional $6,000. Hey, Groot's in the house. How you doing, Groot? Like a Snickers? No, not like a Snickers. A Snickers is a chocolate bar. This is like caramel, and then they roll it in peanuts, salted peanuts. So that's what they call it. A salted nut roll. So they just take the caramel and roll it in the peanuts. So when you get it, it looks like a log with peanuts all over it. There's no chocolate in it. I'm glad you're doing well, Groot. I'm doing just great today, and today only for the next 5 minutes. Sounds like I'm selling something. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it was Tim's birthday in the last live stream, and I just had to do it. It's about the only Beatles song I like. As soon as the live stream was over, I pulled it up on the computer. They say it's your birthday. Bom, 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 bom. That's about the only Beatles song I cared for. Well, yeah, there was the Payday is the name of the candy bar, but you can get a knockoff that tastes just as good called a salted nut roll. It's just, it's somebody else's brand. Jeremy Burnett's in the house. Hey, Jeremy. Ultra Gamer's here. How you doing, Ultra? Okay, it's getting dark on me. I'm trying to get that canola to grow. As a matter of fact, though, I'm gonna stop. Let me turn this. I want to turn the time down. Because I don't want the field that I am currently liming to get into night and have a change in the status of the field. Of course there wouldn't, because I didn't plant anything. But I want to get it all limed before I go into the next day. Let's see if I get all the wool. Did I get it all? I think so. Hang on to your hats. There's a big bump here. Oh, jeez. Oh. What's up? Is that Emma? Emma Munil? That purple, it's hard to read. Both of my monitors are 4K monitors, and so the resolution is something like 3260, so I can't remember what it is. Anyway, the fonts are very small. Oh, thank you. I thank you, and the Dancing Twinkies thank you. I'll give you a tractor, but I can't. Andy will have to do it, or Lori. Lori could do it. Andy could do it. Everybody gets a tractor, a free tractor. I got a couple other programs running on my other PC, so I can't go online right at the moment. I'm rendering 2 different movies at the same time, so it's taking every bit of CPU power that I can muster over. There we go. There's your new tractor. Everybody gets a new tractor. All right, I missed my factory. Thank you again for the follow. Uh-oh. I didn't cut short. I didn't cut hard enough. I still didn't. This thing doesn't turn that sharp. See if I can make it this time. Look out, cotton. There we go. There goes the wool. Let me see if we can add some of that cotton. I guess it might start adding the cotton if. Oh, well, no wonder. It's not using the cotton. I need to pick up some of the clothes and sell them. I'm trying to pick up the tractor. All right, let's grab some of those clothes and sell them, and then maybe it'll start using cotton. Let's see if it's gonna dump any more out there. Nope. Okay. So making oil. Wow, that sells fast. 123,000 worth of clothes. That's a pretty good clothes day, a sale. We got coffee to sell. We got probably a lot of stuff to sell, but let me just, we'll just run around and stop this for here. I just see what we got over here. Okay, we got meat to sell. What do we got? What is it making? It's making steaks. Steaks. Are those all steaks, or is there some pork chops in there? And take a look. Take a look. Look at the size of those steaks. They're like dinosaur steaks, man. Jeez, look at the size of those. Trying to see what that is. Is that pork or is that beef? Or is it maybe both? I don't know. I think it's all beef. Anyway, we got beef to sell. Let's not let it get rotten. Nobody likes rotten beef. I'm doing pretty awesome. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Designer clothing, yeah, that's pretty rich stuff, isn't it? Well, it's hard to say. My daughter is a manager of a boutique in Cannon Beach. And Cannon Beach is our local resort town. One of them. We live on the coast. So, Jeremy! Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, I mentioned it before. My daughter manages a boutique in a little town called Cannon Beach. Cannon Beach is pretty small, 1,000 people maybe. But on any given day, there's probably at least 5 times that amount of people there because it's quite the resort town. As a matter of fact, I'm an avid reader, and the local real estate guy used to bring some of his clients in to meet me. And some of his clients were, I don't know if you remember who the Hudson Brothers were. Hudson Brothers were not a boy band, they were adults, but was a band, or a group of singers. They were brothers. That's why they called themselves the Hudson Brothers. One of them was married to Shirley from Laverne and Shirley, Cindy Williams, and they had a house on the beach in Cannon Beach. Hart Sisters, if you're a rock and roller and you know who the Hart Sisters are, they had a house out of Cannon Beach. Arnold Schwarzenegger was looking to buy one when he was here making a movie. He came into Astoria here to make Kindergarten Cop. And he was looking at some property out there. I don't think he bought, but there's a lot of authors that live around here. And let's see, Dean Koontz. I met Dean Koontz. He was an author. It was at David Eddings. There's about 3 or 4 authors that have beach houses here. And the property around here, postage stamp lots like $1 million. It's very expensive. I often remember people would come in to my office and say, "Oh, you must love living in this beautiful little town." And I would laugh. And they say, what did I say? I said, "Are you kidding? I can't afford to live here." I couldn't afford to live there. I had to drive in every day. It was a half-hour drive to get there. But anyway, my daughter runs a small boutique in Cannon Beach, and literally, she came in the other day and said that a lady came in and bought half a bikini and spent $1,000. She didn't like the top. She liked the bottom, so she bought the bottom part. That's the kind of stuff they sell in this boutique. You know, dresses for several thousands of dollars, and you know, people say, "Well, oh my God, why would people spend money like that?" Because they have it. They have it, and they get bragging rights. Cannon Beach is a very posh place. And so, oh, look what I bought on the beach in Cannon Beach when I was there, you know. A party bikini. Erin says she sold a pair of jeans the other day for $600. I forgot to look to see how much that meat sold for. Tomahawk steaks. They look pretty big, didn't they? Can you imagine? Cook a steak, feed the whole family. Oh, that reminded me of the Flintstones, where they brought that rib out from the drive-in and it tipped the car over. Dinosaur ribs. See, it was funny. They had the Flintstones, and they had what was that other one? The Jetsons. So you had both ends of the spectrum, from dinosaur days to super space days, where people had flying cars. Now the funny part was, it was just a cartoon. You don't realize how many people that grew up watching the Flintstones and the Jetsons that really thought that in the late 1900s, we would be in flying cars. I can't tell you how many people get into conversations like that and say, "Where's my flying car? I grew up wanting a flying car. We're supposed to have flying cars by now." There are flying cars, but can you imagine if everybody was trying to fly around, how many accidents there'd be? People can't drive highways without getting into accidents. What the hell would they be doing in the air where they could fly anywhere they wanted? I mean, literally. At least when you're on a road, you know you're supposed to be on one side of it and to follow the laws and stuff. But if you're in the air and you're on the phone, you could be flying in the side of a mountain. You wouldn't even know it. Okay, now this is a different kind of meat. This must be the pork chops. So let's take a look. The hell is that? Looks like Spam. Oh, that's the tripe. That's beef tripe. Okay, now that's not what beef tripe looks like, but there you go. Yeah, tripe's intestines and stuff. Well, let's go sell some, I guess. It's getting dark on me. Tomahawk steaks. Yeah. AAIB would be flat out. I was watching some video on Airbnbs. If you know what an Airbnb is, bed and breakfast. An Airbnb is how you book them. And supposedly there's a great number of Airbnbs that have hidden cameras all over their places. And most of them are pointed to either the bedroom or the bathroom. And so they're recommending that if you're going to stay in an Airbnb, you learn how to detect those hidden cameras, because the technology we have now, they can make them teeny tiny. They can make them pin-sized. And so there's a way to detect them, I guess. All right, that was $15,000 worth that little few pallets of tripe. I don't know, tripe. That's like eating, you know, back in the day when you were in the covered wagons and stuff, you ate everything. You know, you even ate the hooves. Like, that's why they got into pickled pig's feet. What they used to call head cheese. Head cheese is sheep brains, pig brains. They called it head cheese. Tripe, the intestines and stuff like that. You pretty much ate every part of the animal. Nothing went to waste. And I have eaten that stuff, but I had a hard time, you know, getting to have them eat liver. We used to eat liver when we were kids, you know, and it's like, and when I grew up and found out exactly what the liver does in your body, why would you want to eat that? Ugh. Some of the stuff that people eat in other countries, though, I don't think I could eat over in England. They eat weird stuff, too. And what's this haggis? What the hell? Andy's gonna get mad. Haggis is good with a beer. Bangers and mash. What the hell? English people eat beans for breakfast. What the hell? They put meat in their pies instead of fruit. What the hell? The French people eat snails. What the hell? All right, I gotta head to home. I'm heading home. Let me hit the speed button here. Run over to the old hacienda. Now I gotta slow myself down because I'm going too fast. Get up in the magic blue button. It's the old magic blue button that makes me this way. All right, we're gonna sleep till 8 o'clock. Sounds good to me. Get our Z's in. Ooh, look at that. Halley's Comet. All right, it's daytime. Time to get up and go to work again. I don't feel like I slept 5 seconds. We need to get fertilizer, was it? Or lime? In the limerator. I'll be glad when I get all these grapes done. Jeez. Doesn't take very much. Let's go pick up some pawpaws. Or no, these are sugar beets. You do put fruit in pies as well? Yeah, and thumbs, I hear. Little Jack Horner sat in the corner. And then somebody stuck a thumb in, pulled out a plum. Beep, beep. Roadrunner. Hey, Lost Photographs. Lost Photographs asked me a question, and my wife was just laughing the hell off about it. I told her, I said, I got a question, and do I call you photograph or lost? or I'd call you by your old name since I know who you are. Anyway, I read this out loud. In a comment, and my wife started laughing, and the comment was basically, I'm gonna probably get it wrong, but or Leviathan, yeah, Levi. That's what I used to call you, Levi. Anyway, he asked me that I was playing Starfield, and Levi mentioned that I was playing Starfield, and then he said, "What kind of games are kids playing nowadays out there?" And when I read that question out, my wife started laughing, and she says, "My God, Rudy, at your age, somebody 45 is a kid." So I need to have you pinpoint, are you talking about teenager kids? Because 35 and 40-year-old are kids to me. But my answer would probably be right now Baldur's Gate is a big one. They even talked me into buying it, and I don't like those kind of turn-based games. But I did enjoy, I was mentioning this earlier, I did enjoy a lot the first or the second, I can't remember, of the Diablo. I used to play Diablo. Yeah, you're a kid then. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Anyway, I used to play Diablo. Now, Diablo's a turn-based games, if you don't know, are games where you're playing in a group, and whether it's a group of other people, like if it's multiplayer, or if it's a group in your game where you've got other characters playing with you, everybody gets a turn. So you're fighting a dozen orcs. Okay, your turn comes up. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna move and then strike, or are you gonna strike first and then move? Or do you have enough stamina or whatever to even move if you do? So, but you have to decide what you're going to do. And then so the game just completely stops, and you decide, I'm going to shoot that guy in the left-hand corner, and you do, and then your turn's over, and then it's the next character's turn to take a shot. That's a turn-based game. Also, they're generally games that you're looking down, like if you're looking on a chessboard and your characters are all, on the board. I don't care for those kind of games. They're not my favorite kind of game. But I did enjoy Diablo. And so I did get Baldur's Gate, the original, and I can't remember playing it. Jeff says I did. And so they talked me into getting Baldur's Gate 3. So I did get it. It's a new game, but it is that kind of a game. And I just started it before the live stream. That's what I was telling people. I was a little late coming in. I didn't even get a chance to use the restroom before I came in, because I didn't realize it was 1 o'clock. I was setting up a character on Baldur's Gate 3 and trying to get the game started. And I almost missed my own live stream. But anyway, Lost is good. Rescue Ball, how you doing? Glad to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well wherever you're at. It's getting hot in here. I'm gonna have to turn the air conditioner on, which I didn't think I would today because it's getting cold out. Tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier, is the first day of fall. Autumn starts tomorrow. I usually say fall because I've got a friend of mine's daughter's name is Autumn, and I don't want to get her confused with the weather. Although it's easy to do. I used to work at a bank, and one of my tellers was named Gail, and she was a card. Little bitty short. She looked like Santa Claus's wife. Short and a little bit heavy set. Not really, but, kind of. Let's just say she was short and stout. And she used to come in the bad weather, She'd come in and she'd throw the door open to the bank and come storming in and yelling. And her name was Gail. and she would yell at the top of her voice, "A gale just blew in." And of course, it was a big joke, and everybody would laugh, and it was funny the first time. Anyway, I don't know how in the hell I got off on that. The truck simulators. Oh yeah, I played those before quite a bit. I mean, I played. It was Euro Trucking that I started on, and I've got a bunch of videos on the trucking, and I still play it when I get a chance. But as a matter of fact, I need to get that game back out again. I've got a whole complete computer set up, so that I've got the steering wheel, the gear shift knob, and the clutch and the brake and the gas pedal on the floor, and then I've got the track AI that sets on my cap, so that I can turn the camera. Anyway, I've got a computer set up for that, but it's been so long since I played. I've been playing American Truck Simulator, and there's a couple of states that I bought that I haven't even loaded up on the game yet. That's how long it's been since I played. I need to get that game out again. I spent a lot of time on that game. I've got some train simulators. Now, train simulators are a little different. I always thought, what's the point of having a train simulator? Because you're on a track. I mean, you can't really drive it. And you go forward and you go backward. What's the big deal? I was wrong. There's quite a bit to train. There's really quite a bit to it. You don't just get in them and drive them. And then I got a bus simulator. The only problem with that one is you had to deal with people. Picking people up on the bus. It's like going to Walmart. You see those, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to your computer and search for people of Walmart or people at Walmart. Those things will gross you out. You'll never shop at Walmart again. I'm telling you, people are something else in real life. Well, if in a bus simulator, you're dealing with people. Now, it's a game, I know, but people are people, even in a game. And dealing with people is not any fun. So I didn't really care for the bus simulator. But yeah, people, the ones that I remember of the people that shop at Walmart, there was this woman, and she was pretty heavy set. And there are certain people that shouldn't wear spandex. Literally. This woman had a pair of spandex bottoms on. Skin tight. And she had to be 300 pounds. And the whole crack from the top of the pants down was a crap stain. Oh my God. And there's people running around half naked in Walmart and just crazy people. It's an eye-opener for sure. Yeah. Kind of makes you not want to shop, I'll tell you. And you wonder. Carol was going someplace the other day and she was going to get dressed up and stuff. And I do too. When I leave the house, I either have a nice polo shirt on or a regular dress shirt, a pair of slacks, some nice shoes. I don't go out in my pajamas. People go out in their pajamas now. They go to the store and they're wearing pajamas. It's like, and slippers. And what is wrong with people? All right, now I got to figure out. Hey, the soybeans are ready. Let's go get a combine. We got work to do. The canola's still not ready. Spandex is a privilege, not a right. I'm not against yoga pants. They can do some magic. Depends on who they're on. But yeah, I have, certain truths of life, and I used to have them numbered. Like life's truth number one. Life's truth number one, I would have to say, would be 99% of people on this old world should never be without clothes on. All right, so this guy's ready and he's waiting for the canola, which ain't gonna happen right now. So let's go up and we'll put him on the soybeans. Life's truth number two, people are no damn good. Life's truth number three, buy all the land you can get because they don't make it anymore. I had a whole list of them. That was years ago when I had a memory. And automobiles, life truth number four, always keep your brakes in good order, because you can push a car down the hill to get it going, but you got to be able to stop it. Life's truth number five, you need two things in life, unless you're old like me. Now, I shouldn't say like me, but I'll get to that. Two things, maybe three in life that are imperative. A good bed, because you need a good night's sleep, especially if you have a job to go to, and a good pair of shoes, because when you're at said work, you want your feet to be comfortable. The third one didn't come around till I started getting older. And the third one that's imperative is a good pair of teeth, because you like to eat a good steak. Now, the reason why I didn't say it pertained to me, I'm 70 years old and I still have every one of my own teeth. Some people don't. But yeah, you want to be able to eat. So a good pair of teeth. Those are the three things that are imperative in life. Now, your wife's going to argue about that, because your wife's going to say that your wife is imperative, and what your wife wants is imperative. And I can't argue with that, and not to stay, unless I don't want to be happily married anymore. So I won't argue about that. The old saying, ain't nobody in the family's happy unless mama's happy. That's why I don't understand these feminists. They've got all the power in the world. Ask any married man, any decent married man, and he'll tell you that the wife's always right. There's no way to win an argument, so why try if you want to be happy? Yeah, so I don't understand these feminists that think that women have no power. That's bullshit. There's nobody in this world more powerful than a mother. Nobody. In any family, the wife's always the center of everything. The woman, the mother is. And, if you're in any kind of decent family at all, that's the truth. You could be a wife beater and an asshole, but that's not a decent family life. Any decent family, any good family, the mother's always the center of everything. She's got most of the power. So I don't understand what these feminists want. They've already got more power than the world. Andy's not saying anything. I don't blame you, Andy. I get in trouble all the time. I should just keep my mouth shut, I guess. Okay, so we're full of slurry in both fertilizer factories. I need to check that one. I need some digestate, I think, or digestate. Digestate. I call it digestate because when I think of it's digestible. What's a digit? You know, what's a digit? I don't know. We want them to digest, so I call it digestate. It just makes more sense to me. This silo right here is for liquid. It's for liquid storage. I do have some stuff in there. What do I have in there? Let's take a look. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Milk and slurry. Why do we have milk in there? We should be selling the milk. Interesting. And a little bit of water. Look at that, truck's dirty. Let's worship. There we go. Okay, so let me see if I can grab the milk and see if there's any room in the dairy. Oh, wait. I thought it was instant. It isn't instant. Let's try that again. All right, while that's doing that, we'll move along. Moving along. Oh, what do we got? More meat. We have a mixture this time. Let's see what we got. Okay, more tripe and more steaks. Where's the pork? I did turn it on, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Let me turn it on. I thought I did. I didn't. I didn't turn it on. All right, let's turn it on. Wait till you see these ham bone. I think this is supposed to be a ham bone. It says jam bone, but I think it's supposed to be a ham bone. Wait till you see that thing. That thing's about half a human size. They're huge. Take my word for it. All right, what was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, I was going to get the spare combine. I'm full up of poo again. Okay, come on. There it is. All right. Let's drop the corn header. And I don't know where the other header's at, if I have one even. I may not have another header. I don't remember buying one. All right, well, we can find out. Let's go in here in our garage and see what we have in headers. I just have the one. Okay. All right, let's look at headers here for what am I driving? A Klaus. A Klaus. I'm driving a Klaus. Will it take that? Will it take that one? Let me see if we can do this one. There's Case, New Holland, Klaus. There's Klaus. Is that the American Klaus? Vent. I can't remember. I think that's the American colored Klaus, but I could be wrong. All right, we'll pick that up. Oh, hey, it's past soup du jour. Nobody told me. Happy wife, happy life. That's it, Ron. Happy spouse, happy house. All right, I forgot. I can't hip it. Time got away from me, but you know, I gotta ask something sparkly. And I think Carol drank my Dr. Pepper, so Godzilla. Wait a minute. No, she didn't. I got a Godzilla. We gotta pull Godzilla up. I haven't had one of these in a long time. It's the last one I got. It's Dr. Pepper Zero. And this is where I'm going to lose half of you. It's Dr. Pepper cream soda. I like Dr. Pepper, but Carol bought this cream soda and it's okay. I used to drink cream soda all the time until I found out I was diabetic and I couldn't drink sugar anymore. And so I had to go to Diet Pop, and it didn't taste the same. And so I haven't had a cream soda since those times. I used to go to the store all the time when I had the money. We used to get money by doing odd jobs and things like that. And most of our money from the jobs that we had to go into a pot for all the kids to get school clothes and things like that. But little side things, like running around all weekend picking up beer bottles and selling them, or pop cans or whatever. We didn't have cans back there, mostly bottles. But I'd get enough pop bottles or beer bottles to go out and buy a few things. So I'd go into the store and I'd get a cream soda and a bag of Twinkies, you know, a little thing of Twinkies. Need cream soda and Twinkies. Now you know why I'm diabetic. Anyway, pop top. Oh, man, that's cold. Cheers. All right, let's put the Godzilla away. Interesting. Godzilla. People. Remember I told you what people are like? And I might not have to tell people what. Oh, look, see, the Klaus is the American colors because it doesn't match the other one. Anyway, people. I don't understand people. So there's a new Godzilla movie coming out. They're giving teaser trailers. So you only get little snippets where you can barely see Godzilla. But what little bit you can see, it looks pretty damn good. Now, it's a Japanese movie, so it's going to be in Japanese. Godzilla is originally from Japan. They came up with Godzilla. Godzilla was not an American movie. So Godzilla belongs to Japan. Now, in recent years, the owners of the rights to Godzilla rented the rights to American studios to make American Godzilla movies. And it was a smart thing to do because that way now we have Americans that are really into Godzilla. So they built up an audience of Godzilla lovers, movies. And but there's nothing like a Japanese movie about Godzilla. And let me get this going here. So the deal they made with the studios, with American studios, was you can make a Godzilla movie, but you can't put one out if we're putting one out. So if Japan decides they want to put a Godzilla movie out in 2024, then Americans can't put one out. It's part of the deal. More to it than that, but it's part of it. So they're making a new Godzilla movie. Now, I see this guy. I don't know if he's anybody, but he's got tons and tons of views on his video. He's got a video out saying that he's concerned. not offended yet. He's not offended yet, but he's concerned about being offended. And you might ask, what's his concern? His concern is that this Japanese Godzilla movie is going to have an overabundance of nationality in it. And what does that mean? Okay, well, that means if you see an American movie and you see Americans running around with their flag and, you know, we're number one, that kind of stuff, they're being nationalists, right? So he's afraid that there's going to be too much Japanese culture in this Godzilla movie, and he's afraid that they're going to mention World War II and the fact that, you know, they got hit by an atom bomb by the United States, and that Japan hit us first, and so they were the evil ones. This is his concern, that that it's a Japanese movie that's going to be too Japanese, and this is like paragraphs of stuff that he thinks he's being real, intelligent in his writing, but this is his concern. And this little girl that I watched that does movie reviews came out and just blasted his ass, and she said, here's what she said: if you're concerned about World War II, go out there and look at the number of movies that were made about World War II, and you'll find the overwhelming amount of them were United States movies, were U.S. movies made in the USA, and every single one of them had USA's as the heroes, and we saved the world and all of this kind of stuff. Japan, although they did what they did, they didn't do it for no reason. They had reasons for doing what they did. One of them was their country was being taken over, or threatened to be taken over, and they had no resources. And they had to do something. They had to do whatever they could do, and that was their plan, and they stuck to it. I mean, you know, right or wrong, you have to question, were we right or wrong dropping a bomb? Were they right or wrong attacking Pearl Harbor? It was war. But anyway, that was her first point. Almost every war movie about World War II was the United States and how we were pounding our chest and waving our flags. Okay, so what about that? Wasn't that nationalist? All right, so then the next thing she said, why is he even concerned? This is a Godzilla movie. Number one, it's being made by Japan. Number two, it's being made by Japanese, or for a Japanese audience. Number three, it's in Japan. It's a Japanese movie in Japan is where it's going to be. You know, they're not necessarily putting it out worldwide. It's being made for Japan, being made for Japanese audience. Why wouldn't it be about Japanese culture? And why shouldn't it? I mean, it's just the most ridiculous thing. And you got to think there's people like that every day that are getting their nose out of joint with stuff that's none of their damn business. Man, that's cold. All right, let that guy go. I got other stuff to do. Well, my whole point of that was this little gal that has this little YouTube channel just tore him a new one with what she said, because she just made everything that guy said in this 10-paragraph, monologue absolutely ridiculous. She made him just look so ridiculous. Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack. He wanted me to say that. Hi, Jack. Don't say that in a plane. I mean, if you're in an airplane, don't say hi, Jack. called my dad Jack. And in most of my young life, I was maybe in my late 20s before I found out my dad's name wasn't Jack. Everybody called him Jack. And my older brother's name was Jack. We called him Jackie. But I always thought that my older brother was named after my dad because everybody called him Jack. I mean, his family called him Jack. I mean, you know, and then my little brother, I had a younger brother that was named Norman. And I had no idea where Norman came from. I don't know where Rudolph came from. But my mom named me. And, but it was my late 20s that I found out that my dad's name was Norman and my little brother was named after my dad, not my older brother. And it happened when somebody came to the door and was asking for Jack St. John. And I said, he's not home from school yet, or wherever he's at, work or whatever. He was older than me, probably a job. Well, he's not home right now. And I said, oh, the guy said, well, I saw his truck out here. Oh, no, that's my dad's truck. And he goes, yeah, that's who I want to see. And I thought he was asking, no, it was my little brother. It was my little brother, Norman. He asked for Norman. And I said, no, he's at school. He's not here. And then the truck thing. No, his truck's out there. No, that's my dad's truck. And he says, yeah, that's who I'm looking for, Norman. And I just stood there for about 15 minutes. And my dad came in and said hello, and they went off outside doing something. That's how I found out my dad's name was Norman. Norman, and it gets worse, Norman Northrup. His middle name was Northrup. So I was in my 40s when I got balls enough to ask him why, of 13 kids, why was I the only one that didn't have a middle name? And he looked at me and he said, you don't think Rudolph was bad enough you wanted a middle name too? And middle names aren't all that great. Look at mine, Northrup. You know, and I just fell off the chair laughing. It's like, all right, you got me there. Rudolph was bad enough, and I mean, I've went by Rudy my whole life because I didn't want to be called Rudolph, especially in school. But I've went by Rudy so much that when I have to sign a piece of paper that's legal, I have to sign Rudolph, and I don't know how to spell it. I mean, I do, but I don't know how to write it because I never write it out. So I have to write really slow to make sure that I get it written out right. Otherwise, it's going to be Rudy. And I grew up in the state of Washington. Washington's kind of weird when it comes to legal names. If you have a child, let's say you're John and Jane Smith, and you have a baby Judy, and so you name your kid Judy. On the birth certificate, it's going to be John and Jane Smith and Judy Smith, because Judy's your child. In Washington, you can put anything in there you want. You can put John and Jane Smith and Judy Jones. You can name your kid anything you want. It doesn't have to be with your name. So, and it's easier to change your name in Washington State. It's not too hard in any state. You just go and pay down $10 or $15. It's probably $100 now. And who do you want to be? Okay, you're that now. Boom. Bless you, my child. I never thought about it until I was in my late 60s. And I thought, you know what? I should have given myself a middle name way back in school. And I didn't do it. Should have. What the hell is that? My mic is sitting right in front of my other computer, and that's where the chat's at. You had to show proof of a legal name. Boy, yeah, things can get rough if you're not careful. My full name, just Rudolph St. John. Don't have a middle one. And the funny part was my firstborn son, my only son, I kept teasing my wife that I was going to, by God, if we have, I'm going to name our kid Sebastian Rudolph. And she'd just go, "Oh my God, why would you want to do that to a kid?" Well, they did it to me. I said, "Yeah, I'm going to name it." And then it was a girl. And she goes, "I suppose you're going to name the girl Sebastian Rudolph?" And I said, "Well, of course not." So we named her Erin Renee, our first child. And then Jeff was born. And I said, "Okay, now, Sebastian Rudolph." And she was going to give in. And I said, "Are you kidding? You would let me do that?" And she said, "Yeah." And I'd say, "I was just kidding. I didn't think you'd ever let me do it." "No, I'm not going to do it." So I named him Jeffrey Ray. And the funny part is that as he grew into adulthood, he heard that story. And I looked at him, and he turned to his mom and he said, "You should have let him do it. I would have liked being Sebastian." He liked the name Sebastian. Yeah, even now when we're playing video games, if he has a character name, it's named Sebastian. He never said anything about the Rudolph part. But I think he would have been okay with that too, because that would have been named after me. Because he's my boy, want to be like his daddy. Okay, what's happening here? Do I have to go further out? I just told him. Why does he keep asking that? I told him what my full name is. It's pretty simple. I'll tell you my full name, you don't even have to pay me for it. I don't need your money. All right, so we got some grain here. What did I need grain for? Was it this? Oh, this is soybeans. Yeah, no, I'm screwed up too, because now I've got this, I got this trailer tied up on soybeans. I don't want to do that. So let me dump this, because I need something bigger for the beets, for the sugar beets. Hammer time. Dun, 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 dun. Hammer time. Dun, 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 dun. It's probably just a kid. But still, even Rob's.
Oh yeah.
Where is Rob today? I was gonna say Rob's not that rude, and they call me the rude man. Okay, now there was something else I need to do. Let's grab not this one. Ah, it threw me in the trailer. Threw me in the trailer. I can't get out. All right, I can't get out. I got to keep going around. Let me get out of that one. Actually, I could do that one. Let's do this truck, I guess. We'll let this one do the soybeans. Lori's got dinner in the oven. So I asked about Rob, and she tells me about dinner. You're not cooking Rob, are you? Oh, he's at the farm. I missed it. Sorry. That's a good place for him. I grew up on a farm. Woohoo! Dinner in the oven. I like dinner. Let's see. I think we're having leftovers tonight. Jeff made a beef stroganoff yesterday. And, he made a pretty good sized batch. So, well, plus I don't eat very much dinner anymore. I only eat 2 meals a day. I eat lunch and dinner. And I'm getting where I don't eat much of either one. Okay, how far does that pipe go? Let's see how far that pipe comes out. Tricky farm driving here. Oh boy, they're going to hit each other, aren't they? All right, let me. Let's go grab that guy in the end, because he's going to finish first. If I can find him. There he is. Okay, let's stop him. We'll let this other guy finish that row. And then I think there's a little bit that I kind of overshot in that field in front of us there that needs done. Run over there and get it. I had to buy a prom dress last night for Addie. I hope it gets here. It's supposed to be here tomorrow, and the prom's this weekend, I think. And we couldn't get her to go into the store and try dresses on. They didn't have anything that she'd wear. So she had to find one online. I hope it fits, because there's no sending it back. tickets to the prom cost me $25. The hell that's all about. I mean, it's her first year of high school. What the hell? I better get out of the way. Oh shoot. The truck's in the way. Come on, Combine, finish that up. Alright, there he goes. Okay, so where's the... Let's get the plow out. I figure out where I was. I didn't realize I was on this side of the farm. Whoa! Lost control of the Challenger. Oh. Teenagers, yeah. Costs you a lot of money nowadays. Come on, man. This thing gets squirrely when you get it at high speed. Look at that dirt. It's a dust bowl. That's some rich dirt there, though. That dark dirt like that. We can grow some stuff in it. They had some kind of a thing where Addie had to dress up for some kind of a goofy day at school. I don't know what it was called. They had a theme. It was a theme of some kind. I didn't really approve of what she was doing, but I didn't have any say in it. So I kept my mouth shut. She put she rolled a towel up and put it in a pillowcase, stuck it under herself so she looked like she was pregnant. And she dressed up in some old thing that some old woman, pregnant woman, would wear. Don't ask me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, and then her girlfriend dressed up as a guy and was supposed to be a frat boy, and it was supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and she's knocked up by the frat boy. I guess they thought it was just super funny. I didn't really approve, but I got voted out. You're too old anymore. You don't know what fun is. You're too old. Why don't you just die so I can get all your money? They don't say that, but I know that's what they're thinking. All right. Gotta find my other truck here. There it is. You lost your drink? I've done that. I was drinking. You know when that's worst? The worst of it is, now, okay, imagine this. You got a nice glass of iced tea. You got ice in it. It's tinkling and making that nice noise. And it's cold and it's hot outside. And you're taking a drink and somebody says something so horribly funny that you just, and it blow it out your nose. You know how that can get worse? If you're drinking the tea with a straw and the straw comes out your nose. I don't know how that could happen. It just seemed funny to me. People are funny when you start talking and they don't know how sinuses work. A lot of people have no idea what your sinuses are like, how they work or anything. And the way to freak them out is if you've got a stuffed nose or something. And does anybody know what a netting pot is? What it is, it looks like a little teapot, and you put water and some medicine or some kind of crap in there, and you go to a sink and you pour it in one nostril. You kind of get down. You got to get down. You pour it in one nostril, and it goes through your sinuses and comes out the other nostril. And people are freaking out because they don't know how your sinuses work. They don't know that there's a hole in there, and all of this is connected back in your brain. And you freak them out when you pour something in here and it comes out the other end. It's like, and then they start thinking, I wonder if something goes in this end, does it automatically come out the other end? No, it does, but it doesn't come out as fast as that. It takes a little bit more time. There's a thought for you. Too much information, right? See? Who knew you'd come here and learn stuff, you know? Oh, Lord. This is one of those live streams I'm going to have to take down off the YouTube before it gets seen by anybody. I've been having a lot of those lately. Didn't do it. Tractor not big enough. Trailer's not big enough. I'll take it over and do it manually. See, that reminds me of that old story that I told you one time. I swear it's true. That's the wrong hand. I swear it's true. Hand in my heart. We had an old farm dog, and I told this story before. He got, it kind of goes in line with what I just said about going in one hole and out the other. One of the kids had a little workbench thing where it had these square and round pegs and a little hammer to pound them into the thing, and then a pair of pliers and a screwdriver. All plastic for little kids. The dog got the pair of pliers and ate them. And about 2 days later or so, he was trying to crap them out in the front yard. And the problem was their pliers, they open up, and he couldn't crap them out. And that poor dog's out there scraping his butt on this grass, trying to crap that pair of pliers out. And we were laughing so hard we're rolling in the grass. Mom's yelling at us because we're getting grass stains all over our clothes. The dog's howling. Everybody's laughing their ass off. It took him an hour or two. He finally got him out. But we couldn't help him. What were we going to do? Surgery. New surgery. Yeah. Don't eat the kids' toys. It's a lesson learned, man. I bet, and somebody said, I bet that dog don't go back for the hammer. Or the screwdriver. Either one. That's terrible. Where's Tina at when you need her? Tina would be going crazy over some of the stuff I've done. I didn't mess with the cats though. Our cats were feral. We had one cat that was half bobcat. I don't know how in the hell that happened. Bobcat in a woodshed, I guess. But what happened there? Don't do that. Close that up. Don't do that. There you go. Anyway, we named him Bear because bobcats are built a little bit different than domestic cats. And this cat was big. We called him Bear because his hind legs were taller than his front legs. And he had a bobtail, like a bobcat. And he was big. And he was half feral. And we kept him around the house. He was a good mouser. And Bear was one of these kind of cats that if you were sitting down just relaxing in between jobs or something on a bale of hay or something, and Bear decided to come up and purr and rub on you, you could reach out and scratch him behind the ears or something, and he would let you. But it had to be him that instigated it. If you walked up to him and tried to reach down and pet him, you'd lose a hand. And I remember my little brother one time was going to go into town, and he just got his driver's license. And he wanted to go into town, and for some reason, he wanted to take Bear with him. And everybody's telling him, just leave the cat alone. Go do what you need to do, but just leave the damn cat alone. We had no idea, but he grabbed Bear, and Bear let him grab him, you know, walked over to the car, reached in and sat Bear down in the seat, and then got in the car with Bear and closed the door. Well, what's this cat do? This feral cat, he looks around and he sees no way out of this car, and he just goes crazy. He just went like, what was that Tasmanian devil on the cartoons that used to go around and tear everything up like a hurricane? That's what that cat did in this car, and he almost didn't get out alive. Terrible. Cat was scared to death. Don't mess with a feral cat. Dogs are nothing. Cats, well, it's because dogs are dumb. Cats are independent. They take care of themselves. Got to run. Glad dropped in. Okay, Ronald. Sorry I didn't see that sooner. Take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Got to remember the delay on this stupid thing. Ron's probably been gone a half hour with the delay. All right, what's next? Back to the canola. We get ready for the canola. Maybe tomorrow. Farm day tomorrow. Not real life day tomorrow. Real life day tomorrow is first day of fall. The winter solstice tomorrow. That means we have to wait till March now. For decent weather. Of course, we don't have decent weather in March. We don't get decent weather in July. I'm going to hang on to the soybeans. Don't know why. Don't need the money, so no point in selling them. I'll just hang on to them for now. I'm storing most of the crop. I don't know how my chair got so far back today. Can't get that birthday song out of my head. It's not even my birthday. Haven't seen Tim today. Wonder if he had a good... Tim had a good birthday. He got Farm Sim 22 and a new laptop. to play it on for his birthday. That's a pretty good birthday. 20 years in the making. Oh, there we go. All right, let's move it up. Head them up and move them out. All right, while that's doing that, I can do other stuff. Sugar beets. We got to be doing something with sugar beets. Yeah. We got a full load. I got to go get rid of this before I can get that. Wonder what Scorpion's up to. He never comes in anymore. Haven't seen him for a month now. I gotta get that truck out of the way. Hope that don't run into my building. Don't use your building for brakes. It's not good for the building. Okay, I missed my nap. Ah, sorry. I can't help it. All right, back out to the beats. I got this new Baldur's Gate game, and I started the character today, and I was asking Jeff if he thought I could play it, because I'm not real good at those kind of games. But, and then I was wondering maybe if I should record it or not, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll live stream it. And then I got to thinking, what if I can't play the game? That wouldn't be very fun to watch if I just sucked at the game, which I probably am gonna. That's why I don't play those kind of games. I kind of suck at them. Oh. Yeah, that could be. These weeks are coming up on me so damn fast. Well, I'll just leave the header on it, I guess. I got to start liming the field here. That's a big field, so I guess I got to get on it. I'll probably end up buying another limerator because I'm getting too much land. It takes too long to do the job. Maybe get another plow. Although that plow goes pretty fast. It's a big plow, and I've got the tractor set to do about 30 miles an hour on it. Not quite, but... All right, Lori, take care. Have a good weekend. Say hi to Rob for me. God, it is 3 o'clock already, isn't it? How'd that happen? because Tuesday, it seemed like that day was never going to end, that stream. And today, it seemed like I just started. And I know why. Remember I told you that I was late getting on because I didn't realize it was Thursday and I was supposed to be live stream. So I came running in here and got everything going, and I didn't even have time to go to the bathroom. Okay, so that going to the bathroom has been on my mind for 2 hours. And that makes the time go really fast because I keep thinking at 3 o'clock I can go use the bathroom. 2 hours I've been here waiting. And I'm drinking a pop too. Oh, I thought I was in the tractor. I was in the truck. Didn't even need a wash job. This does. Look at that. Look how dirty that is. God. This washed up. There we go. What I got in there? Lime? I got lime in there. Okay. Well, I can get it started. Or I won't start it because there's no point starting this and then shutting the game off. So I'm gonna get it over here in the corner. Let's go in the other corner, and we'll just line it up while I'm waiting to fly out of here. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Andy. Hope your arm gets better every week. And thank you guys for dropping in. It was fun. Hope to see you next week. Maybe this weekend I might come on and do a little bit of that game. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I had fun. Thanks for showing up. I'll see you next week. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Be safe and be well. Ta-ta.